Senator Roberts.
Thank you, President. My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Defence, Senator Wong. Minister, on the recommendation of the then Chief of the Defence Force, General Angus Campbell, the government will strip Distinguished Service Medals from soldiers for allegations of war crimes that have not been proven in a criminal court. Yet the government will not strip the Distinguished Service Cross Medal off General Campbell. Minister, why do soldiers under General Campbell's command lose medals while he keeps his medal for commanding them?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister Wong.
Thank you. Can I thank the Senator for his question, and Senator Roberts, as the Deputy Prime Minister has stated to the House of Representatives today, we finalised our commitment to close out the recommendations of the Inspector-General of the ADF Afghanistan Inquiry Report, known as the Brereton Report, which was commissioned in 2016, a report which found credible information of alleged unlawful killings of 39 individuals in 23 separate incidents. Concluded there was credible information of a subculture of elitism and deviation from acceptable standards, and made a broad range of findings in 143 recommendations. As the Deputy Prime Minister has outlined, we have taken final action as a consequence from that report, resulting in the closure of 139 of these recommendations. Two recommendations of the report related to command accountability and the treatment of honours and awards given to commanders during the relevant period. These recommendations relate to a small number of individuals who held command positions during the period in which the inquiry found evidence of unlawful conduct. The Deputy Prime Minister has written to—
Minister, please resume your seat. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, President. A point of order. The question was very specific about Angus Campbell's Distinguished Service Cross. Why won't it be stripped?
The Minister is being relevant to your question, Senator Roberts. Minister, please continue.
Sorry, Senator Roberts. I was seeking to respond by way of explaining how we were dealing with the recommendations in the report which relate to command accountability. I understand that the Minister for Defence, the DPM, has written to those whose awards were referred for consideration to advise that there has been a conclusion to that consideration of those awards. Decisions that have been made in relation to those awards are consistent with the findings and recommendations of the Brereton Report. Decisions around command accountability are consistent with those same findings, and obviously we're not in a position, given the Privacy Act, to disclose the details and outcomes.
Senator Roberts, first supplementary.
Thank you, Minister. The Brereton Report specifically excluded any findings on command accountability. The Implementation Oversight Panel, though, provided independent advice to government that the Brereton Report in doing this was inappropriate and senior command accountability must be examined. Minister, why are Defence's most senior leaders being let off scot-free for allegations in the Brereton Report, and why is your government ignoring the Oversight Panel's advice?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister Wong.
President, I will see if I can get any further information to respond to the assertion in relation to the panel, because I don't recall that the facts being quite as you assert them, Senator Robert, but it isn't my portfolio, so I'll certainly have a look at that. But as I read out in my primary response, the recommendations, or two of the recommendations of the Brereton Report, did relate to command accountability and the treatment of honours and awards given to commanders during the relevant period. I think that was an alternative assertion was in your question. That's not the advice to me, and we have acted on the basis of and in a manner consistent with those recommendations.
Senator Roberts, second supplementary.
Thank you. Minister, the criteria for the Distinguished Service Cross at the time General Campbell was nominated required him to be in action, meaning direct contact with an enemy. Yet there are no records of General Campbell being in action. Why does your government refuse to have the Honours Awards and Appeals Tribunal examine his award?
Minister Wong.
President, through you, Senator Roberts, I think that is a slightly different question to the one you asked me, which related to the Brereton Report. In relation to the actual awarding of those honours, that's obviously not a political decision, but a decision that is governed within that honours and awards systems. I would make the point these matters have been canvassed at length by, I think, Senator Lambie in a number of estimates, and I'd refer you to those answers, which, including direct answers, to my recollection, including before the change of government, from General Campbell himself.